Tunecore. Tunecore charges $50 a year for unlimited distribution for one artist. And their key features include comprehensive royalty reporting. That is one of Tunecore's key features for me because they tell you where you're getting streams from, like which platform, which country, which songs, and you can filter that by dates and you can see, okay, well, how much am I making from a particular song in a particular country during a particular period of time? And that allows you to see, okay, well, this song performs well in Germany. I make a lot of money there. Let me focus on marketing that song in Germany. So that is a key feature with Tunecore. Stores is another key feature with Tunecore. They get you into a very large inventory of stores. Track record. Tunecore has been around for a very long time. It is one of the first music distribution companies. It has an extensive client base of artists, and they've been delivering music to DSPs without fail for a very long time, where those releases show up in stores correctly. They show up on time. They show up with the correct metadata. The artist names show up proper. The releases show up on the proper artist profile pages. All of that type of stuff matters with digital distribution, and other companies that are newer can fail you in that area. So Tunecore has a solid track record and reliability due to that history. Weaknesses. Where are Tunecore's weaknesses? No streaming fraud protection. Tunecore does not protect you from streaming fraud. They punish you for it, but they don't protect you against it. So if your releases get flagged, you get accused, you get removed. That's it. They ban you, they fine you, they remove your music from the platform. It's game over, goodbye. No privacy protection. Tunecore requires KYC, know your customer, where you have to verify your identity by scanning your ID and uploading an image of it to their platform or to a third party. And that kind of exposes you, right? Because when things get digitized, it's not like going to a bar where you hand somebody your ID and then they give it back to you. This gets broken into bits and transferred over the internet, where that information can be extracted by a third party, subject you to hacks and things of that nature. Now somebody got your ID, they can impersonate you. Also, this blends into digital ID, for those that know about that type of stuff, where you got all of this global tracking, where now they know who you are and they can connect that to other databases and punish you if they accuse you of streaming fraud. Now that can affect other things like renting and, your life in ways that you might not have imagined. So I'm no fan of this whole KYC move, upload your ID, because it's unnecessary. They could verify your identity by having you connect your social media accounts, connect your Google accounts, things of that nature. It's totally unnecessary. Tunecore also takes 20% of revenue from content ID sources and social media sources like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, things of that nature. Discovery mode. Tunecore takes 20% of the revenue you generate from discovery mode sources during the time when you have discovery mode activated. Now, this is on top of the 30% of revenue that Spotify takes from your music. So to activate discovery mode, you're effectively paying 50% of the revenue that you generate from all discovery mode sources. And the kicker here is that discovery mode isn't guaranteed to increase your streaming revenue or your number of streams. So you could activate it, make the same amount, get the same number of streams, and just end up sacrificing 50% of your revenue. Beatport. Beatport, if you're an EDM artist, you do dance music, things of that nature, Tunecore charges an additional $7.99 per month for Beatport. Spatial audio. Apple Music pays 10% extra on royalties for songs mixed in spatial audio, which, is facilitated through Dolby Atmos. And for that, Tunecore charges $16.99 per release for you to release a song in spatial audio. Primary artists. Now, with this particular Tunecore plan, you would get to release music for multiple artists, but not included in the price that you pay. You would have to pay an additional $14.99 per artist that you wanted to distribute music for, which wouldn't be that big of a deal. But the problem is that they attach it to primary artists as opposed to you functioning like a label where you have multiple artists under your umbrella and you're releasing like individual releases for each of those artists. The difference is primary artists can be collaborators, where it's like you and me do a joint release, where it's just as much my release as it is yours. I want access to the stats as well as you. I want my want it featured on my profile as one of my releases, the same way it'll be featured on your profile, but I'm not signed to your label. You're not going to be releasing music for me. It's just a one-time partnership. And for that, Tunecore wants to charge you $14.99 per year to release music for me as if I'm signed to you. And that makes it expensive to do really deep collaborations, which hinders you as an artist. Removal from stores. If you cancel or can no longer afford to pay with Tunecore, your releases get removed from all stores, and that's the end of the game.